Hey everybody, so I'm making this video on May the 3rd, and as of today, Chris Chan has been cited a couple of times in public since his unexpected release from jail. And there have been some fairly dramatic changes to him, above and beyond just the weight loss and the fact that he looks about 10 years older, as a lot of people have pointed out. But on one occasion, he was seen shopping at a Walmart, and on another occasion, he was seen playing at some sort of tabletop board game establishment. Both of these were somewhere in Virginia. And so all we've gotten are photos. Apparently people didn't try to approach him, which the people that saw him didn't try to approach him, which is good. But I'm very, very curious, obviously, about what's going on here. I don't want to sound like I'm encouraging people to go bother him or follow him around or anything, because I'm not. But I will just talk, for the sake of discussion, talk about the questions that arise in my mind about what's going on here. So one of the things that was noticed about the Walmart excursion was that Chris was... One, he was wearing clothes that matched and were not overly bizarre. And aside from the Sonichu medallion, everything he was wearing seemed to be fairly mundane. So it's pretty, I would imagine, to me, it's pretty clear somebody dressed him. And it looks like he was wearing the same ensemble in the gaming pictures that emerged, or the gaming store pictures that emerged. So the other thing was that they noted that he seemed fairly sedate and fairly calm, and that his shopping was entirely practical items. There was no, there were no Legos, there were no MLP figurines or what have you. You had the kind of usual accoutrements that Chris Chan would surround himself with, that he was only purchasing, seemed like he was only purchasing practical items. I take that as a good sign, but I have to think realistically, even with somebody as bizarre and eccentric as Chris Chan, even in his unrestrained former life, he probably had times when he just went to the grocery store to get a few things or something like that. But anyway, whatever the case, what's interesting was apparently he didn't appear to be accompanied in either instance. And the most curious and concerning and interesting thing to me is that it seems like the most pressing question to me would be, how is he getting to and from these places? Like, if you are intrusive enough in his life to follow him around and take pictures at a distance, it might be worth seeing how he's leaving. And the reason that's curious to me, and I don't want to, again, don't go do that. Don't bother him. This is just my thought process that I'm articulating here. But it would be good to know, it would be interesting to know, because I imagine what's going on is that he's probably living at some kind of halfway house or assisted living facility or something like that, and they're probably like dropping him off to do errands and that kind of thing. Maybe, hopefully, and this is what I'm hoping is happening, hopefully it's something like, there's a there's a group minivan that they take a group of special needs people and send them off shopping. And in Chris's case, maybe they gave him some special instructions like, look, you get this amount of money to buy these items, and if we see anything that's not, if you come back with anything that's not on the shopping list, it goes in the trash or it gets returned or something like that. Hopefully that's what's happening. What's even more concerning to me, though, is that we are talking about, the thing is, anywhere Chris Chan gets gets noticed is immediately going to be just descended upon by uh, by Weens and trolls and other cretinous people looking for him. And it what worries me is that he's obviously living somewhere, and I'm worried that he's got to be living under some kind of surveillance, and I'm just worried that wherever they've got him, the place is not prepared for the army of Jacob Socknesses that are going to start descending upon Chris wherever he goes. So that really worries me. That aspect of it really does worry me. And I'm also because it's curious because you have somebody that is currently awaiting trial on felony sexual assault charges, and they're letting him just wander around unaccompanied. Whatever the case is, I mean, that is very concerning. What's interesting, though, as a lot of people have noted, is that Chris has not gone back gone back to a live stream or gotten on the internet and told everybody what's going on or something like that. So wherever he is, they have finally gotten it across to him that he cannot be on the internet and he cannot be talking about this. This is worrisome, again, like I said, it's worrisome to me, though, because I'm not going to lie, like, a big part of me was really glad that it seemed like the Chris Chan saga, the whole thing was finally over. Like, he was hopefully finally just going to disappear altogether, and it really would. It's funny. I think it really would help if like there could be some kind of press release or something to answer all these questions. Not that will ever happen, but I just I really am concerned that whatever like group home he's at now or something, they don't realize that they haven't been informed, or they don't fully realize what's going on here, like the extent of what's going on, that any time that he basically has celebrity status, and that anywhere he goes in public, people are going to snap up pictures of him. They are going to want to come talk to him and everything. So, morbid curiosity my morbid curiosity about the whole thing is still there, but it's a curiosity that gets more and more morbid all the time. So anyway, those are my thoughts.